Hi everyone, it is I, Bill Dozer, back at it again with another review. Now, it's been a while since I've done a review, which, the date of that review is pretty funny. The last review that I did was of Sonic Colors, and the finale of that review was uploaded August 14th, 2017. That's literally one day before Sonic Mania came out. And I actually mentioned Mania in the video. And now, here we are. In case you're wondering what took me so long to review these games, it's simple. I just don't want to do it right away. I need time to sit down and analyze what I like and what I don't like about them. Another reason is spoilers, and I just want people to play the game for themselves and then get to hear my opinion later on. And there are so many other people doing reviews that I didn't want to add to it. One more reason is that I want to hear what other people have to say about the game first, so maybe I could bring up some points that other people made in their videos, but without further ado, welcome to Sonic Maniathon. I know that's a cheesy name, but cheesy is good. "20 17 was a great year for gaming, and Sonic Mania further proves this. The game was released August 15th, 2017 in the US, and it received extremely positive reviews, nothing but 8s and 9s out of 10 from professional review sites, and the fans loved it just as much. Some people even say that it's their favorite Sonic game of all time, but do I think it's that good? Well, as always, I'll start off with a plot summary. The game opens up with Sonic and Tails in Tails' biplane, and
look at all those Eggman's robots!
Dr. Eggman's robots find a mysterious power source out of the ground, which, according to the game's online manual, as well as Sonic Forces, this gem is called the Phantom Ruby. Using the power of the Ruby, everybody gets teleported to Green Hill Zone, where you start your adventure. There are more cutscenes later on that progress the plot, but they're really just stage transitions. So the game ends with Sonic showdown with Eggman, and the Death Egg explodes and stuff, thus concluding Sonic Mania. I think it's a good story for what it is. I mean, this is a 2D Sonic game, so of course there isn't going to be much of a plot to it. And I gotta give major credit to Tyson Hesse, the person who animated those beautiful animated cutscenes. Seriously, we need another Sonic cartoon with this kind of animation style. It's like candy for your eyes. Now let's talk about the gameplay. There are 3 characters to choose from: Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and everyone plays like how they did in the previous games, but Sonic has a new ability called the Drop Dash. After you jump, if you hold the button down, when Sonic lands, he'll do an instant spin dash, and the drop dash really adds to the momentum of the game. Sometimes when I go to play the old classic Sonic games, I try to drop dash, just to be sadly reminded that he doesn't have the move in that game. And GameTramp 3000 has a good video about why the drop dash is so awesome. Moving on to the levels, this game is structured very similarly to Sonic 3. 2 acts for each zone, with a boss at the end of each act, and each act having its own music track. And the lengths of the levels vary from 2 to 5 minutes long, which is the perfect length. The levels perfectly combine speed, platforming, and exploration, and it's not just hold right to win. You actually have to do stuff. The only sort of hold right to win level in this game would be Stardust Speedway Act 2. Sonic 2 was my favorite classic game before this game came out, but I will admit that that game could be a little bit hold right to win sometimes, but I could care less about that. On to each individual zone. Green Hill Zone is kind of same old, same old. Chemical Plant is a great level. I think that this is the best version of Chemical Plant, and I love the gimmick in Act 2 with the chemicals that make you bound tire. Almost as if it's Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD, except it's actually good this time. Studiopolis is such a fun level to explore for hidden goodies, and such a good level to showcase that everything that the characters can do in this game. In fact, this is a level that Christian Whitehead showed to Takashi Iizuka, and he loved it so much that he demanded Whitehead to make this a full project. As for Flying Battery Zone, my same positives from Studiopolis carry over here. Press Garden is everything that I want from a Sonic stage. I could say that about pretty much any level in this game, but Press Garden just blows me away. Stardust Speedway is a good level. It's kind of lacking in comparison to the other zones in this game, but I still enjoy it. Wait, you're making me enjoy a Sonic CD stage? Christian, I have no words. Hydrocity Zone is pretty good, but this is probably the only stage I think is not as good as the original. But hey, at least it keeps what I like about the original, which is that it's a water level, but you can avoid the water. And my god, don't go in the comment section arguing how to pronounce hydrocity. Potato, okay? Mirage Saloon. Once again, this is everything that I want from a Sonic stage. Too bad that the first act is a sky chase sort of level and not an actual... Wait a second, Knuckles has his own level? Yeah, that's right. If you play Mirage Saloon Act 1 as Knuckles, it's a level specifically designed for him, and they did a great job with it. Next is Oil Ocean, aka that really underrated zone from Sonic 2, and this level is awesome. When I found out that you could burn the oil with a fire shield, I just laughed and said, Christian, I love you. And I also like the Sandopolis inspired gimmick in the second act. This is also where the levels start to get longer and harder. Lava Reef is pretty cool, and Knuckles gets his own exclusive boss fight against the Heavy King, so yeah, that's nice. Metallic Madness. I like this level. It's decently challenging to try to get through the whole thing without taking damage. And I like the gimmick where you could go into the background, and they brought back that chibi Sonic from Sonic CD. I also thought that I would add that this and Stardust Speedway include an issue that I had with Sonic CD. Springs! Springs everywhere! It's not as apparent in this game, but oh man. Finally, Titanic Monarch. A lot of people hate this level for the same reason why they hate Eggman Lair, because they think it's too hard and it's too long. But that's exactly why I like both levels, and for their originality. Eggman Land is still my favorite final level in the franchise, but this comes a close second. So the gameplay is out of the way, but we're not done yet. On to the original soundtrack composed by T-Lopes. Here's the entire soundtrack summed up in one phrase.
Oh yeah! This is happiness!
My favorite song from the game is Metallic Madness Act 1. As per my thoughts on the boss fights, they're some of the best in the entire series. They have a good amount of challenge and strategy involved in them. My favorite boss is the one against Metal Sonic. The special stages in this game are awesome. It's like if the Sonic CD and Hero special stages came together and had a baby. And BAM! Sonic Mania special stages. You collect blue spheres to speed up, and rings act as your time. They're by far my favorite in the series. They take a little bit getting used to control, but once you get used to it, it's great. And they're just as fun as the actual levels. The game also has bonus stages, which are just the blue sphere stages from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I welcome their return, because if I were to see that darn half pipe again, I'd like the half pipe, but it's one of the most overused things in the entire series. This game also has tons of bonus content that can be unlocked from the blue spheres, including Mean Bean Machine. You get to play the blue sphere stages themselves, a sound test, Sonic's abilities from other games, such as the Super Peel Out from Sonic CD, and the Instant Shield from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which they're only available to use in no save mode, and you're not able to drop dash. I like the inclusion, but I'll just stick to the drop dash, thank you. And there's also And Knuckles mode. Sega is making memes canon now. You guys are the best. Next, can we have some Ugandan Knuckles DLC for Sonic Forces? Thank you. On the technical aspect of this game, all the sprites look great. Like, this is my favorite sprite for Sonic and Knuckles. Not sure about Tails, though. During the special stages, there are 3D models. Some people like to believe that they reused the models from Sonic R, but those people are wrong. They're entirely new 3D models made specifically for this game. And the game runs at 60 frames per second on all consoles, including the inferior Switch. And there are a few bugs in the game, but I did a whole video on that, so you can just go there for more details. Wait, I'm not done yet. When you get all the Chaos Emeralds, you unlock the real ending of the game, where the Phantom Ruby teleports you to Null Space, I think. And you have the final battle, where you have to fight the Heavy King and Eggman at the same time as Super Sonic. And this is a pretty good boss fight. I like how you're fighting both antagonists at the same time, and how you can fight on the ground and in the air. That's pretty clever. And after Sonic's victory, the Phantom Ruby teleports him to...
Find out next on Sonic X!
That about sums up everything. So overall, is Sonic Mania as good as people say it is? Absolutely. Is it perfect? I mean, yes and no. Is it the best Sonic game of all time? May I have a drum roll, please? You know what? No, that's generic. Let's try something else. May I get a meme, please?
I'm gonna touch my spaghetti!
Yes it is. I honestly never thought that I would say that. I mean, if you were to show me the trailers for this game and tell me that it would be my new favorite Sonic game, I would honestly laugh a little bit, but Mania somehow managed to surpass my expectations, which were already pretty high in the first place. I'd give Sonic Mania an S rank. First game I reviewed that I could give above a B. And no, I didn't steal this ranking system from Blue Rush 1992. My Sonic 06 review was uploaded in July, and Blue Rush's Generations review was uploaded in October. By the way, check that review out. It's one of my favorite reviews for that game. That was my review on Sonic Mania. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite Sonic game is, and happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Wait a second. I must know what happened to Sonic! You must travel to an alternate dimension where Sega released a game that could have done better, to say the least.
Sonic? You're alive! Wait, what? Oh, you're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you?
Nope, I'm Sonic from a much better game. I mean, yes.